All right, ho, ho, ho. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana, and this is our Christmas event, our final one for the year. So we're super pumped to get on tonight. We've got 3 amazing girls launching their business, so we can't wait to hear from them. We normally get on a few times throughout the week and just share our results and what we're excited about with an amazing product, program, and opportunity. For myself, I came across this product and opportunity 22 months ago now, and I was literally working full-time, trading time for money, but I'm a mum of 2 as well, and I'd literally just gone back to work from maternity leave. And for the first time in almost 12 years in my government job, I was no longer enjoying it, and it no longer worked well for me and my family. I was getting super run down, both physically and mentally. And I just wasn't seeing my kids. They were in full-time care. I was only, dropping them off, picking them up, and they'd be popped on the couch while I prepared their meals, fed them, bathed them, put them to bed. And it just wasn't how I wanted to live. So I came across this opportunity. All sounded way too good to be true. Super skeptical, but I asked a lot of questions and built this relationship up with this amazing woman who then finally asked me if I'd heard of Juice Plus or the Juicy Body Transformation. I hadn't heard about the program, which I love now, but I had heard of Juice Plus. I had been researching it purely for my husband. We're like chalk and cheese in how we eat, and he is a meat and potato guy through and through, had a massive gap to bridge in his diet. I, on the other hand, I love food, and I love juicing and smoothing and having my 3 to 5 meals a day. So I hadn't even considered it for myself. But once she said that this is what this opportunity was all about, I thought, why not? I'm going to have a go at this product, get my husband on it, get my family on it, my kids on it. I might as well do the business, get it a bit cheaper and see what happens. Within 4 months, I was able to go part-time, and within 10 months, I was able to leave my job. So I have been at home with my children since January this year, and it's been an amazing year. And I've just been reflecting on that just in the last couple of days, all these things that I've got to be a part of, present, witnessed, all because I said, what if, and check this out. So what is Juice Plus? Juice Plus, the company itself has been around for about 47 years, but the product 27. So Juice Plus is all around health in bridging the gap in your diet. Not to replace a healthy diet in any shape or form. It's there to bridge the gap in what you are eating and what you should be eating. I love that it's super unique in that form. I haven't seen anything else like it. And it's all whole foods. It's food capsulated or in a powder form. All right, so this is our hero product, our fruits, vegetables, and berry capsules in a capsule. All right, literally when you take these on a daily basis, you're getting an extra variety of 27 fruits, vegetables, and berries every day into your bodies. Government states we should be having about 3 to 5 serves each day. And, stats show that only about 5% of Australia are even capable of doing that, and even less for children. But science suggests anyway that we should be having more along the lines of 9 to 13, and that is massive. Even for me, who loves juicing and eating 3 to 5 meals a day of fruits and vegetables, not every day is perfect, and that sometimes you just can't quite do that. So I love that Juice Plus is just there to bridge that gap. I love the fact that I can read the labels. I don't need, 6 science degrees and a thesaurus in front of me to be able to know what grapes, raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry, and artichoke are. Look, I don't get elderberry into my diet or bilberry into my diet each and every day, so it's pretty awesome that it's in my capsule. I also love the fact that there's no warning label. All right, Juice Plus is just produce. Unless you're allergic to the bilberry or blueberry, it's safe to take, even if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. So that was a massive tick for me because I'd just come out of maternity leave. I was still breastfeeding my little boy. So to know that I was getting those nutrients into me and also into him through my breast milk was pretty exciting. I love the fact that this is at a cellular level when it goes into your body. And what I mean by that is we can eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Don't ever stop eating your fruit and vegetables, but they're very depleted when we're eating them. We want them when they're nice and red or orange and crunchy. But the fact is that when they're picked for us to eat them at that state, they're actually not at their full nutritional value. Okay, so they're picked because the supermarkets are wanting them and because we want to eat them at that level. All right, so they're picked and then they are sprayed with various waxes, sprays, chemicals, and taken on a journey to our supermarkets, and we see them a week or two later. So they're quite depleted. They've been grown in depleted soils. They've been picked before their prime ripening, and then they've had that journey. Then we're peeling them, we're pipping them, and in a lot of cases, we're also cooking them. So there goes more of their nutrients. And then obviously, you know, we can only, we all absorb nutrients differently. So what we actually get out of our fruits and vegetables is different to each and every person. I love what goes into Juice Plus. It's just fruits and vegetables, but they are purely grown just for Juice Plus. Our farms are in most cases are like 3 generations old. The produce is only grown for them, so they get to stay on the vine until they are at that full nutritional level. So they could be a little bit, you know, soft or a little bit off color or whatever, but that's great because that's when they're at their highest cellular level. From there, they're taken into our factories, which are co-located with our farms. So the maximum journey that they need to have is within an hour. So, and they all go through that producing journey within 24 hours of them being picked. So they're taken straight from the vine, taken into our factories where they are washed and cleaned. And this includes the whole produce, the peel, the pip, even in some cases, some of the stem. It goes through a pulping process, which slowly removes all that liquid, coincidentally the sugar, and then through a cooling process, it's turned into that powder form. So no heating involved. So therefore, you know, it's not affecting the micronutrients or anything like that. And then it's capsulated into our vegan capsule. So like I said, all those live enzymes, micronutrients, phytonutrients are still intact, and then they're encapsulated, popped into these little containers, sent off to us, and then we swallow them. So on a daily basis, you swallow your capsules and they go into their body and they go to work. And what I mean by that is, like I said before, we all absorb nutrients differently from our fruits and vegetables that we eat and from Juice Plus. All right. And then inflammation is different in each and every person. So the results I'm going to get are going to be totally different to my husband and totally different to each of you. So inflammation shows up in many different ways. For a lot of people, it could be in skin. So psoriasis, eczema, acne. It could be in sleep. It could be kidney and liver health. It could be immunity. It could be joint inflammation. It could be so many different things. We all think our body is actually running quite well. Well, I did until I took Juice Plus. Until I started taking it, and then I realized I had all this energy. You know, things just started working at a more opulent level. It's working from the inside out. So we see so many different results in so many different ways. So it's pretty unique that way. So our micronutrients, like I said, is about oil in the engine, getting everything running more smoothly, and we see results in like so many different ways. I love that the fact that it's got over 36 peer-reviewed scientific studies to back it. So yes, Juice Plus helped fund those studies, but to have the gold label on there that they're peer-reviewed, that is just massive and unheard of, and they're readily available for any of us to read. And we've got 3 ongoing studies at the moment, one which we're a part of, which is the Kids Eat Free study. So when any adult takes the capsule, and our company having such a massive heart, they let the kids eat for free. Between the ages of 4 and 18, the kids can eat Juice Plus for free for 4 years. So they can either take the fruit and vegetable capsule if they're a bit older, or they can have it in a chew form. It's the same powder that goes into the capsules, but it's joined with an all plant-based tapioca. So they're super yummy, just got some of the, you know, the natural sugars from the fruits and vegetables in there. And that gives your child an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables daily. That's massive for any parent. You know, kids are so fussy. They're changing, they're creating their palates and their craveability. But being able to put these little beauties into their bodies each and every day, that is creating craveability at such a young age, which is super cool. You know, we're seeing results in that study already that kids are pooping better, sleeping better, cognitive behavior, my children, respiratory, skin, you know, all these amazing things just by getting that extra variety into their little bodies. But the biggest thing is craveability. Like attracts like, yeah. So when you're flooding your body with fruits and vegetables at this cellular level on a daily basis, you're going to crave less of the crap food, less sugar, less salt, less fried food, and more of the good stuff. So you start looking for more fruits and vegetables and more variety in your eating, which is pretty amazing. So that's our micronutrients for both the adult and the child. You still got to eat. You still need to, get 3 to 5 beautiful meals into your body each and every day. So we do have an amazing complete powder. So this is our macronutrients to help you with those, 3 to 5 meals a day. Not designed as a meal replacement, but if you add the right things, they can definitely help with weight gain or weight loss. But they're full of over 30 plant-based ingredients. Really cool stuff, like it's got your good fats, complex carbohydrates, protein, fiber, vitamin B, complex vitamin B niacin, a beautiful mood balancer. So when your body starts operating more opulently with your capsules and you add this, we're seeing massive results with anxiety and depression also. People able to reduce their medication and even in some cases come off. What else? Vitamin D, a really hard resource, especially when you're pregnant. So we've got mushroom and pomegranate in there, which assist with that. There's alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, broccoli, quinoa, millet, chickpea, all these beautiful things in there that I can get into my 2-year-old's body before I even leave the house in the morning. And he eats much like his dad. So knowing that I can get all these hidden ingredients into his little body before I've even left the house, and it's super yummy, is pretty amazing. So these are great, like I said, for on the run in the morning instead of living off your toast and coffee and all those little easy things to prepare. These are a great resource for breakfast. They're great to have in your handbag when you are looking for a sugary treat. There is some natural sugar in there from stevia and sugar cane. But again, no synthetic or artificial ingredients in any of Juice Plus, which is pretty cool. Also, these are great for pre or post workout and great for the kids after school for that 3:30 snack. And you can make some really amazing frozen smoothies with these also. Juice Plus also then found that there was just one more nutritional gap that they wanted to bridge. And it's something that we can't, create ourselves naturally in our bodies, and that's our omega-3s. Okay, so omega obviously helps with, brain, heart function, eyes, joint inflammation. This one's unique in that it's all plant-based. So even the vegetarians are covered. They literally skip the fish, so no after fishy taste, and gone straight to the algae along with pomegranate, raspberry, tomato, seed oil, all these beautiful things in there that you can take on a daily basis to help with the omega also. So beautiful product, super new, but lots of research and lots of studies going into that one as well. But we're super grateful to have that as part of our daily routine. So they're our products, but we're a part of an amazing team. We all come from all shapes of life, all right? But we do have a small group led by the beautiful Kira Westwick, who created a program that all works around Juice Plus because you're craving more healthy food and you're wanting more of that. But most people want to make that health change. They just don't know how to do it. But we've got an amazing lifestyle program called the Juicy Body Transformation. It's all online. You get to be a part of that for free, for life, once you take Juice Plus. All right. It's got over, 600 odd recipes or 400 odd recipes that Kira has done herself, but then another 800 odd recipes all based around whole foods in that private page. There's a detox, there's a cleanse, there's another 7 ebooks, something for the blokes, something for the families. There's treats. Chocolate is definitely a part of this. It is deprivation free, super yummy, not a strict diet. We're definitely not a diet at all. It's about creating that variety, giving you options, helping you meal plan, and keeping it exciting and creative. But most of the recipes are, aimed to keep you in the kitchen for a short period of time, so you're not stuck in there when you've got, other things you want to be doing with the kids. But it also helps your children learn about getting that rainbow effect on their plate. So a super cool program. We love, sharing that, and we love hearing about the results from the program and the product. So I'm going to grab a couple of people to share just some of their results they've had with that. So where is Tamina? Do you want to take yourself off mute, hun? Oh, there you are, and I'll come find you. How did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it? Oh, hold on. You're muted again, maybe. Oh, that's better. Can hear you now.
Oh, yeah. Juice Plus came into my life 4 months ago. I'm mom of 3, and when my third son was born, after that I had so much problems, and I was just feeling so low in energy and just pain everywhere, and I just couldn't cope with it. And when Lindsay told me about this product, I said, I just straight away said yes, I want it, and I just started it. And within weeks of starting, I felt so much energetic. I wasn't like craving for coffee or chocolate all the times, and which was great. And after that, I felt so much relieved in my pains and all the inflammation. And on the shed, I reduced weight without uh, um, even doing so much exercise as well. But that was great, and I felt my mood was very good, and I wasn't cranky all the times with children, or um, doing my work properly and happy. Like my husband felt that change straight away. He said, "Your mood has changed. You're not like it's serious all the time," so which was great. And my my daughter is 6 years old, almost six, and she's sofa seater. So I started her on chews, and she's I felt like she's eating more fruits and vegetables. And when she said like she wants to eat more spinach, or she likes spinach and broccoli, which was great. She didn't eat these things before. So yeah, so I felt like my whole family, they like this shake so much, and even children without me, they are having them, and I know that um, it's completely good for them, health wise. And that's why after getting all these results, so I was um, I'm pretty excited to share with all of other people, so they can start it too. Yeah.
Amazing. Well done, Hannah. And you haven't been on it very long, so that's great to be able to see those results already. I'm also going to grab Jodie. Jodie's going to share also how Juice Plus came into her life, what results she's had so far, and why she loves sharing it.
Hi, everyone. I've been on Juice Plus probably for about 6 months now, and I'm really enjoying it. I just did the 8-week program as well, and been cooking some great recipes and making the alternatives that I probably wouldn't have in my regular diet, you know, changing cauliflower to rice, and rice to cauliflower and things like that, you know. Since taking the products, I definitely feel less tired, and I think clearer. I don't have that fogginess anymore. And I've got a 7-year-old son, so I need all my energy to chase after him and stuff. So I've definitely been enjoying the products. He doesn't like the chews so much, but he loves the shakes. So I found something that he really likes in the product. So my daughter takes the chewies while he takes the shakes. So we definitely do feel like we eat a lot more vegetables and things. And they sleep right through the night, where my son was waking up and getting into my bed a lot as well. So, and I find I'm not overthinking things at nighttime, and I'm sleeping better as well. So it's definitely been an improvement in our life. So I've been enjoying juice.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jodie. I'm definitely there with you. I was an overthinker, which kept me up all night. So it's one less thing.
That's right. Sleeping better.
Yeah, definitely. I've got my assistant tonight. And look, you know, a big thing for me with my children was they both suffered heavily with croup, which was turning into baby asthma. And that was reoccurring every 2 to 3 weeks. You know, you get them better, send them back to childcare. I'd go back to work. He'd pick up the next cold. Then he'd get croup again. We'd be into hospital. We'd be into the GP, back on the Ventolin, back on the steroid medication. And 4 months into taking Juice Plus, that had gone. That was the biggest thing for me and Luke, and that would be the reason that we probably stay on Juice Plus for life. So that was massive for us. I'm guessing with a lot of people, it's different things, but you know, you just don't know until you get it into your body. So next, I'm just going to touch on a couple of the myths that come into the business. And I know when I started this business, I had a couple of beautiful people reach out to me purely because they were just worried that I was starting something that was one of those structures, one of those schemes. And I didn't really understand because I'm a 1980 baby, not a 1970, but they were made illegal in 1970, those pyramid schemes. And we do have a beautiful program and product that comes along with our business. So definitely not one of those. But when it came to the structure, that's really where I was with my government job. And when I mean that, I mean, if you think about sort of Safeway and Coles and IGA and all those sort of things, they've all got their CEO. There's only one of those. They sit at the top. They delegate everything down to their board of directors, state managers, area managers, store managers, section managers, and then hopefully down to the beautiful people that we see, the people stacking our shelves, the people putting through our shopping. But slowly I'm seeing less of these guys. They're getting replaced by electric tellers. They're getting replaced by people shopping online. So they're being told they need to upskill. They might have been there for 2, 10, 20, 30 odd years. They might not be interested in building themselves up and building a career. Some of them might be, but you literally do, don't you? In any normal business, I switched over from one government agency to another, came into the middle section, and there was people below me. They didn't want to show me around. They didn't even want to introduce me to themselves because I had taken a position that they were interested in. It's the same with these guys. You literally got to elbow and kick, make sure you're the shining light and look better than everybody else. To win these positions. It's really quite cutthroat in some cases. But if any of these are so career driven, even for me in this middle section, the chances of me ever getting all the way to that top position, definitely in government, was never going to happen. But even in Coles, Safeway, you'd have to be in the business for 40, 60 years, but you're still up against thousands of people to be able to get that, and it's slim to none. The CEO normally comes from an external agency. They've already been a CEO for a smaller business, and they've got that tertiary education behind them. I love that we're literally that, but on its head. We do have a top position called NMD. We come in as what we call a virtual franchisee. We do have various promotion levels, but, if I was coming over from another company, I couldn't come into this middle section here. Or even straight in as NMD. This CEO, if he saw what I was doing and wanted to do what I was doing and wanted to be a part of it, he doesn't just to go into this middle section or straight up to the great grand position up the top either. We all come in as a virtual franchisee. Someone sponsors us, links arms with us, and helps us and guides us through these various promotion levels. If we don't help them and guide them, and we're not teachable, driven, and willing to learn, we ourselves aren't going to grow either, as well as that virtual franchisee. It's really such a unique way to do business. It's literally I've got an elf on my desk no one really gets that success in this business without helping each other. So it's pretty amazing. And everybody that comes in as a virtual franchisee does get that opportunity to grow their business to that top position of NMD, as there's no cutoff, there's no roof on there. And even when you get there, there isn't a set wage. You can keep growing this business as big and as wide as you like. The main thing that I really was worried about when I came into this business was because I had my little children, and because I'd come from a government job where I had a security clearance, I didn't have many friends on Facebook, and I just didn't think I knew enough people. But the girl that introduced me to the business, Lauren, she showed me how to share it with a few friends and family. Let's see that, thank you. Friends and family, sporting colleagues, business co-workers, and so forth. And then I went and I found also a couple of beautiful people that wanted something else. Some of them, they might have just wanted to pay off their credit card. For some of them, they just loved the product and they just wanted to share it. For Lindsay, it was FOMO, she loved the idea of the product, and then once she realised she could get her own money back, she jumped on board. Catherine, amazing results. That went viral, and I said, I can respond, but why don't you have a go? So she jumped on, and Steph was the love bug. She just wanted to share that with everybody. I showed those girls exactly what Lauren had showed me. Share it with a few friends and family, co-workers, sporting buddies, and the same thing happened to these girls. They found a few people that wanted something more. They wanted a Christmas fund. They wanted a holiday fund. They went and showed them exactly what I showed them, and then this thing just kept going very organically, just sharing on events, in conversations, listening to people, and their health concerns, where they're at and where they'd like to be. Who did Lauren know at the beginning? Not even me. I met her on social media. Since then, you know, she's gone and met myself, Lindsay, Catherine, Steph, Michelle, Rochelle, all these beautiful people. And all she did was just share it out into the world for me to see and to take notice of, which was pretty cool. And just the same as these three girls, and they're going to share exactly that. We're going to hear from the three girls that are launching tonight. And I'm just going to grab whoever is first on my screen. And it's Angelina. So I'll grab you. How did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to with the product? And why did the business make sense to you?
Hi everyone. Sorry, excuse my I've just got a really bad toothache today, so I'm just all over the shop. Pretty much, I've seen a few people on Facebook post their results and you know, share their stories, and I've seen it and I've liked it, but I haven't actually done anything about it. And then Rochelle got in contact with me, and I just thought, what the hell, I'm just gonna give it a try. And yeah, so I've joined in. I'm waiting for my capsules, so I'm really looking forward to start on those. And I just really, I just want all the health benefits from it. I just want better sleep. You know, I want to feel good inside. Want more energy. And what I forgot to mention last week was, and what the other ladies mentioned was the community and the ladies that you get to meet along the way, because everyone is just so helpful, and they just want to help you build your own business. Plus, I've got my 2.5-year-old who's just come in and fallen asleep on the bed next to me. So, so I'm really glad that I can stay home with her and you know, do what I want to do, and still look after her and be there and present with her. And plus, yeah, and if I get to get more energy and run around like her, as a little pocket rocket she is, then that's amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, super exciting for what's to come, but definitely that. And honestly, I just looked at a few photos today and didn't even I'd taken for granted what I'd actually created. So I'm so excited to see what this can be for you, Angelina, and hopefully you will just absorb the beautiful community that it is. So I'm just going to grab Fiera, you're next up, hun. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you?
I was introduced by a friend, Tahmina. I just wanted to make sure you guys can hear me.
Yeah, you're all
okay.
good.
So yeah, firstly, energy. I think most of us lack in that. So yeah, I definitely need some energy, and I actually need to sleep less because I feel sleepy all the time. So I need to control that, whatever, like however or whatever, like whatever can help me. So yeah, I was introduced by Tahmina and looking at her posts and everything, and she going through that all and she experiencing herself. So I was like, okay, I should give it a go. And yeah, because I already, like, most of the time, I don't know other people do that or not, but I'm already almost all the time looking in the aisles of pharmacies to get me something like energy things, shakes or vitamins, iron, things like that. So yeah, I was like, this has like less information to absorb, I would say. So other than other companies who has a lot of products and then everything is in different capsules. So this thing actually attracted me more, like less products, I would say. So yeah.
Amazing, cool, well done, hun. Yes, it's great that we only have the 4 products, and look, that's your main 4 health areas covered, which is great, and it makes it easier to share it. So hopefully you'll start seeing the extra energy soon and start not feeling like you need to sleep all the time. So exciting to see how you go. All right, and our last one is Sandy. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you?
Hi everyone. Juice Plus came into my life through Lindsay. She posted on one of the mums Facebook groups, and I spent a lot of time on Facebook. So I'd actually I was thinking about doing something extra because I've got a very high pressure job. I joke that I have one child at home and 210 at work. And I'm in the military too. So Lindsay and I, bonded over our joint Navy history. But I've done party plan before. I've lugged the stuff in and out of the car and into and out of people's houses and driving all over the place. And this last 18 months, I lost count after the 6th round of antibiotics. And I'm just sick of being sick, to be honest. I got to, I think, October this year or September, October this year, and I was just like, oh, God, I'm done. I'm sick again. Another round of antibiotics. And then just to wrap it all up, I found out I was pregnant. So I was like, oh, no, kill me now. So that's when, magically the universe delivered and Lindsay posted, and I was like, oh, my goodness, it's a community of people, because that's what I loved about my party plan time, was just hanging out with the girls and going to conferences and just talking about stuff. And then the bonus was that it's health stuff. So I was like, yes, finally, maybe I can not take another round of antibiotics. So the business makes sense to me because I've done it before. I've seen this style of business work before, and I did all right with it. And I've still got friends, and I still, anytime I want any sort of plastics, I have a Tupperware party. So, I've done it, but I just can't wait to have more energy and to feel like a human again, instead of just a walking zombie getting through the day. So, and it's one of those things. The universe just delivered right at the right time when I needed it.
That's it. And you're creating another Juice Plus baby. So you're going to be, hopefully it's going to be a totally different pregnancy for you. So I can't wait to hear that journey and see how you go, because I know for Lindsay, who'll be sharing later, that 3rd pregnancy was such a much different pregnancy to the other 2. So exciting journey for you ahead, but welcome. And I look forward to seeing and watching.
Yay.
Cool. So congratulations to the 3 girls for launching. Beautiful, Jacob. So now I'm going to talk about some of the fun money, how we get paid. So we're really lucky. Obviously, we can share in over 29 countries this amazing program, product and opportunity. But what also is here in Australia and New Zealand, we have, I reckon, the best business plan. Obviously, they vary a little bit around the world. But here in Australia and New Zealand, we get paid 3 ways. We get paid in retail profit. We get paid in commission, which builds up what we call our residual income or beach money. So when we do need to take time off to have a baby or to go on a holiday, as much as you can do this from anywhere, because all you need is Wi-Fi and a smartphone, you can switch out. You can turn your devices off and enjoy that time, because your business will still keep clicking over. It's just, when you're doing the work and sharing it and helping more people with the product, then it grows. But what we like to talk about is the bonuses. The bonuses are literally there as an incentive to help you grow, like a really cool incentive. They're there to help you understand what sort of money's on the table later on, help you grow strong and wide at the beginning. If you miss some of these, they're not a big deal either. Like I said, they're an incentive. So when we come in, like I said earlier, we're a virtual franchisee. Just keep your hands to yourself for a minute, please. We help you get to DVF within 10 to 30 days. The first big one is Senior Direct Virtual Franchisee. Take no notice of these crazy names, but that's the first big bonus, and that's $400 to you. But here in Australia and New Zealand, we have an amazing, this whole business plan is all about teaching, teach business. So you get that for getting there, but also your teacher gets a $400 bonus, because their goal is to help you get there. They're there to help you and guide you and help you create that success. The next one is sales coordinator. You probably shared the business with, say, 5 to 8 people there, shared the opportunity with them, help them grow, help them see what this could possibly be. And that's a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. All right. I want to just point out at this stage here, you've probably, you've shared the business with 5 to 8 people, and there's probably another, 4 or so underneath them. But you're a teacher. Clearly you're a teacher. You've invited all these people along. So if you help them get to SDVF, help them get to SC, you're getting all these teacher bonuses. You might not necessarily hit the promotion bonus each time, but you will definitely be there as the teacher to help these other people do so. The next one is Senior Sales Coordinator, and that's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. You probably shared the business with about 10 to 16 people frontline-wise by then, and probably another 20 odd underneath there. And this is where your time really starts to change, where you do your work and how you share your business, because you really are attracting a beautiful tribe, creating your own little community, culture, and it's super fun. So I'm going to get a couple of the girls just to share the business. You know, I'm going to grab Rochelle.
It's Bunjil.
No, it's not Bunjil. Oh, I can't see Rochelle. Where is Rochelle? I might just grab Lindsay for now. Sorry. So, Linz, how did Juice Plus come into your... Oh, there she is. Found her. Found it. Ignore. Rochelle, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What exciting things have happened so far, and what are you looking forward to in the future?
Sure. Hi, guys. So I'm a stay-at-home mum with 3 boys. My husband works long hours, so I can be at home with them. So he supports us financially on his own. So, but he could go days without seeing the boys because of those long hours that he worked. But and I could see the stress that it was causing him both physically and mentally. So I just thought that I can't watch him do this any longer. So it was about 6 months ago I came across Lindsay's post about the biz, and I fell in love with the opportunity and the product. And the best bit was I didn't have to change mine or the kids' routine to build my business. I could do it around them and what I was currently doing. And what am I excited about? I'm excited that I'm eventually down the track, when I build my business up enough financially, for my husband to be able to find a new job, something he loves, so I can help him balance that financial situation in the house, and I get to show other mums how to do the same thing around their kids, and show them it's possible to do both. Thanks, Jana.
Thank you. No, that's amazing. That's right. Our poor hubbies, I'm sure mine points out to me daily that, that he's the breadwinner or whatnot. But my goal is just to absolutely turn that around and give him the option of retiring, but I don't want him to retire. I'm going to grab Lindsay. And for Lindsay, how did you come into your life? What exciting things have happened to you so far, and what are you looking forward to in the future?
Cool. Absolutely. So Jana introduced the business to me. Jana and I have been, we've known each other since we were kids, and we had a massive gap between that before we happened to work in the same office again about 15 years later, which was kind of cool. But February last year, I was on maternity leave. My now 2.5-year-old, who is refusing to go to sleep, was about 6 months old. And I was just doing the scroll through Facebook, seeing what the world was up to. And Jana was talking about how much energy she had. And I knew, she had 2 young boys who weren't the greatest sleepers. And I thought, how on earth does she have so much energy? So I reached out and asked her what that was about. And once she explained to me about the product, and I knew how much of a health nut she was, if she thought it was good, I was willing to give it a go. That's kind of all I needed to know, to be honest. But, as she said, I was the friend with FOMO. So when she said if I joined the business, I could get some money back rather than, get into my pocket, I was like, well, why would I not do that? That makes complete sense. And I can get it cheaper and, get the whole family on it. So that's what I did. So then I shared it with people. I shared my journey on the product and the amazing program, and I got the incredible results. And so many people wanted to know what I was doing. It was like, when Harry met Sally and they wanted what I was having. So I was lucky enough that Sandy FOMO is fear of missing out. So, I was lucky enough that from the beginning, I got enough friends and family that wanted to get started with me that it covered the cost of my product. And that was really cool and exciting. And so I was happy doing that for quite some time. And then maternity leave finished, that beautiful bubble of snuggles and cuddles every day burst. And, the Navy that I'd loved for so many years gave me an option that if I wanted to be co-located with my husband, I needed to move to Canberra and take on a full-time position, which I wasn't ready for. I was only planning on going back part-time, and I certainly wasn't ready to move in a month, which is how much notice I got. And so when that happened, my husband was at sea at the time because he's in the Navy as well. And, we moved interstate and I went back to full time. And I felt so disconnected that, when I went back and all these things happened, and then I put my daughter into childcare and she didn't cope with that separation, well, then I didn't cope with it either. And, I have a 14-year-old boy as well who I actually lost custody of when I joined the Navy. Because his father was civilian and could offer a more stable lifestyle in the court side. So as he grew up, he's now 14, he was 2.5 when I joined, and as he's grown up, I've actually missed every birthday of his since I joined the Defence Force. And I don't tell you that for sympathy or anything like that. That's a decision that I made. I went back to work last year and put my daughter into full-time care, and I realised that could be a possibility for her as well, that I was going to miss out on things like that with her. That's when I realised that wasn't what I wanted anymore. While I'd absolutely loved my career in the Navy, it was time for a new chapter. So I reached back out to Jana and I said, mate, tell me what you're doing, because I knew that she'd already reduced her hours from full-time to part-time and she was working on finishing. And I said, tell me what you're doing. I need to know what you're doing. And so she taught me. And then this year I went on maternity leave again with my third child. And I went, after knowing that I could make a decision that I don't want to go back to work next year. I'm due to finish and go back to work in April. And, hubby and I have talked and we've decided that that's not going to be for us anymore. I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to be with the kids. I'll be that present mama that I always wanted to be for my son, but I wasn't able to be. And now I get to do it with my daughters. And that's a really cool thing to know. But what's amazing is that I can build this business alongside that, with the kids running around. I can take them to different things when I'm meeting different people because it's just so family friendly. And I love that. And I love helping other people do it too. So I've been able to link arms with some really cool women, like Rochelle and Sandy and Afira and Tamina and all the girls that are on tonight. And, together we're all after one thing, we just want to be able to say yes to more time with our kids, yes to more time with our family, yes to more adventure, just yes. We just want to say yes. And that's really cool. I love being a part of that. So thanks for letting me share, Yanni.
No problem. Thank you. Yeah, and look, I don't know if it's Christmas or what it is, but every time I hear any story at the moment, I seem to be getting emotional. But like Lindsay said, we've known each other since we were little girls, and, she was in the Navy, so she was always posting out. We talk about community, but, when she was posting from one state or one country or whatever all the time, our relationship was hard, just like any relationship, to keep going. But this business, what that gives you in community and relationships, there isn't a day that goes by that me and Lindsay don't chat and talk and whatever, which is brilliant. So obviously it's made our relationship a lot better and a lot stronger. But then the beautiful people that you get to meet and what you create, culture-wise, family-wise, and it is like family. It's not even just community. It literally is family. The last couple of promotions on here. Sorry, Jacob, I need the computer back. Is QNMD, which Lindsay's now working on, and that's a $1,500 bonus for her and a $1,500 bonus for her teacher, me. And the top one, NMD, and that's a $3,000 bonus only for that person, because by then their teacher is earning way too much money and they don't need it. You're on about $80,000 to $120,000 a year, and like I said, there is no cap on this. It is really up to you what success and how big you want to create this. There's no pressure from us or anybody. You've just got this amazing gift or opportunity here to share with other people, whether it be product, program, or the opportunity, and it's so much fun. And you get to do it on your terms, you know what I mean? You plug in when you want to do it. I was full-time when I started this. I just did it in absolute stolen moments, you know what I mean? In my lunch break, in my toilet break, when the kids were asleep. Clearly not happening tonight. But in saying that, there's a lot you can do with your kids there to assist as well. And like I said, some people they come in purely because they love the product. They want to get it cheaper. They want to just pay off their credit card, and a bit of slush fund for shopping. For other people, it is their vehicle to change their lives. What if you could bring your husband home from a defence job or from FIFO? What if you could leave your full-time job? What if you could travel more? What if you could take your family on the road? There's so many opportunities that this can help and create. I just want to say a massive congratulations to the 3 girls that launched their businesses tonight. A massive thank you to everybody who shared, everybody that jumped on to witness all this tonight or are watching it in a recording. Thank you so much. And if we didn't get all your questions answered, please make sure you reach out to whoever invited you and get those questions answered. And because this is our last one for the year, I want to say a big Merry Christmas and hope you all have a safe and super healthy Christmas period, and hopefully we see you all again in the new year. So good night. Jake, you want to say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.